Hi, my name is Karen Holmes. I'm the founder and director of the World Peace Organization for the One World Government. And I'd like to welcome you to our new YouTube channel. It's spin off from the World Peace Organization for the One World Government. This is Suzeranda.org, or the Suzeranda Melchizedek channel. And actually, it's a precursor, you could say, to the organization information. Back in the early 90s, I started a prayer circle, and we got together and we prayed for the people in crisis and events that were occurring out in the world. My friends and I prayed for the 100-mile radius from where we were, and for the planet and for the galaxy. And then over a period of time, we started to develop it or get our spiritual gifts. My gift from the Creator of us all is to be able to communicate with anyone on the other side. Okay, I'm a prophet. It's a channel. Another word for a prophet is a channel, in the idea of the New Age thinking idea. So my gift, I was able to develop it at the prayer circle. I'm not going to go into the whole history of the prayer circle and anything like that. If you are interested in the prayer circle format, we were able to achieve something really remarkable. You're welcome to go onto at Suzeranda.org, and you can print out the prayer circle format if you'd like to start one of your own in your own town. Okay, so anyway, what happened then is it started to grow and expand, and we've got spiritual gifts, and it continued on, and then the spiritual hierarchy, I started to channel information, and the spiritual hierarchy asked me to put this information at Suzeranda.org to create a website, basically that they could post their messages for people. And when you go on, you'll be appalled by it if you're used to anything new. It's so old. It's like 25 years old now. And I haven't upgraded it yet because I've been working on all these other things. So someday I'll get around to upgrading that. But what it is it's just got some insights on it, and they're quite remarkable. I wanted to share. The first one is one of the things. Besides, you can print out the copy of the prayer circle format if you'd like to do it. Then there's a message from Master Katumi. He's the world teacher, along with Jesus of Nazareth, from in this time period. And is one of our guides that came to the prayer circle. We had every event that we had every Friday night when we met. It was just absolutely wonderful. We went home later and later, and it was totally unique, and it was just something where you just walked out of there feeling like you're in heaven on earth. So, but the prayer circle format is there. A message from Master Katumi, the world teacher. He said he teaches the same types of information. They all teach their own class, so to speak, but along with Jesus in this time period. So then there's other information. There's a list of newsletters that I sent out, and like I said, these are very old, and they're just information. They're not formatted into anything. They were just hastily put together, and don't expect anything other than text boxes. Newsletters, there's a message about September 11th, 2001, when the World Trade Center was attacked, and the Pentagon, and then the other flight that was brought down. Okay, then the idea, these are the topics. The rapture, explain understanding the rapture. These are all about how to address where we are now in this time period from, let's say, the beginning of the millennium and to now, and starting over and understanding, you could say, from that viewpoint, from there to where we are now, and then looking back. It's understanding things. Then there's there's emotional healing and soul reintegration. And one of our future classes, I'm going to be teaching a class on that in the future. It will start. It'll be in major cities and one person. Then there's making your golden years golden. It's basically kind of like turning the aging process around. The causes of pancreatic cancer, and Lady Gaia's message about the passing of Pope John Paul II and the transformation in the Catholic Church. And we'll be going, and that's like I said, it happened from about 2000 to 2003 or so. And then now what we're doing is we're going to be doing the Catholic Church in America project, and this introduces information that needed to be an introduction, and then we're coming back to work on actual projects in the organization. So that's what we're talking about now, is all of these ideas, what the rapture is and what is happening now, and then taking this information. And when we did the prayer circle, we prayed for people in crisis, and so we have our crisis projects, how to get out of a crisis situation, the books that I've channeled. We have books on we have projects on the 100-mile radius. We're working with that idea. The planet, we're working on to creating a structure that goes all the way to the ends of the planet. It's a network of a framework of project ideas, where the principles we stand on create a network, and then the galaxy, that is something that we'll be working on too, on the galactic level, and taking all this information to the next level. So as you get started on this is a really good place to start, is looking at, even if it's these old HTML files that are just, you would normally walk away from something like this, and because of the age of them, it's antiquities, you could say, in terms of the technology aspect. But we're going to also be looking at technology and things like that too, and business and economics, where it spins off into all these different ideas. After you go through this, it gives you a little bit of an idea of where we are, and it gets used to the idea of channeling. If this information was back in 2000 and now it's 23 years later, 2023, what we're doing now is taking these ideas to the next level. Okay, so that explains what this suzeranda.org is. And then you can move on, understanding because the channels are the first people really to come into this idea. We're creating a plan for an international government, a plan for world peace. And so people have to understand what's involved with world peace, because if we're waiting for the world leaders to get together and come up with some sort of a agreement or treaty or whatever, it's what would motivate them to do that. What would motivate people to participate in this? But world peace requires the active participation of every person on the planet, but you have to know what it is that you're getting into, and why would you join it? Is this something like joining let's say an exercise place, and you might go to do your exercises, and then suddenly you're just cutting back all the time because you're not keeping up with it, and then you just let go of the subscription kind of idea? He said, no, this is the idea that everybody has to be able to create the life they want without interference, to be able to be treated fairly and equally and to have a voice in their government. And that's where we are, is creating a structure that allows everybody to do that, but people have to understand what each of these ideas are, and then this is a great place to start. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this first introduction idea. And then you can go in and look at the what's that, Suzeraunda.org, and then I can go through and talk about different things here too in a little bit greater depth. And then, but this is basically, let's say, an introduction to how people can be involved with world peace, how get involved with the world peace movement. Okay, so that's all. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and also look into some of those other projects down below, like the World Peace Organization for the One World Government. And this is where I am right now is my shipping department. I channeled a whole bunch of books, and I'm working on my catalog, and this is for the sending out orders for the independent members of the organization. There's 200 independent members of the organization, and we're each parallel to a country. And basically, if we can bring peace amongst us, then we're going to take that information, and everybody from their own perspective will be teaching their part of it, and it'll just continue to grow. So I'll explain that in other videos. So keep watching down below and click on those, because you'll find that there's a whole bunch of information that's available for you. So that's all for today. Thank you for stopping by, and I ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Be sure to comment below. Thank you.